try to stop its publication. And she had a very valid point at one moment. She could have won a major lawsuit with that, but they couldn't prove that she had filed her petition in the state of New York, a real small little glitch. And after years of litigation, she lost her pursuit to get that book banned or whatever. Her name's on it, and she signed the papers, but she did not write most of that book.
But I mean, when it came out, I have to be honest, I was a teenager and a young gay man. I found it rather refreshing. I mean, it was more candid than any kind of Hollywood. You know, she had obviously the deeds about John Loder with the inflatable doll.
Oh, those were very valid.
Pardon?
But the sex scenes and the circuses going on in dressing rooms, that didn't happen. That could not have happened in the studio system. Yes, there were some films that were filmed late into the night when they had night shoots, etc., and sometimes the stars slept over, if you know what I mean. But her films were shot during the day. No, those episodes, those very lurid, and you know, SEX in the 1960s was, I remember when I when I was learning how to write, I read Ecstasy and Me, I read Peyton Place, Grace Metalius's Peyton Place, and Jackie Suzanne's Valley of the Dolls. My mother kept those books hidden, and I knew where they were, and I read those books to learn how to write dialogue. I wasn't stupid, you know. I only read them for the articles, right? But that book was very, very scandalous when it came out, and unfortunately, because her name was on it, it stuck as the truth. And like I said, that particular book that you mentioned, and so many other things have been perpetuated over and over and over and over again as the truth. And I believe I've made my point in the book. I wasn't there. I didn't see her, you know, I don't know. But I feel I know the truth. Yes?
Yeah, there was a really wonderful play a couple years ago about frequency hopping.
Frequency hopping, indeed. Someone saw it for me. And he's mentioned in the book. Yes, Elise Singer actually produced that, and it was very wonderful that that particular play was produced, because it was a rare opportunity for people to hear George Antheil's Ballet Mécanique, and which is very cacophonous, loud, etc., etc., but fascinating if you ever got a chance. So anyway, I got a very accurate and a very thorough report on that, and I did meet with Elise Singer shortly after I came to New York, and we had lunch and we talked about it, and at that time she was hoping to get it produced elsewhere off Broadway, but I don't know if that came about or not. There were several plays about Hedy, and even one about John Loder produced over the years, but that I didn't see.
We have time for one more question.
One more question?
Just a comment. She lived in my friend's building, Renoir House, 225 East 63rd Street. I had a friend who, Valerie Allen, you may know her, she'd been married to Troy Donahue, and she used to see Hedy Lamarr in the elevator once in a while. She never spoke to anyone, Hedy Lamarr. She always had very large dark glasses and a turban. I think her eyesight was very bad at that time.
Yeah, her eyes were...
And it was strange because it was a luxury building, but a very ordinary kind of just a white box between 3rd and 2nd Avenue. And she was always very excited to see Hedy Lamarr there.
Well, Hedy held a lot of fascination. Hedy was going blind at that time. She did have her eyes corrected. And Hedy was a very quiet individual. She got so tired of the limelight. And as she aged, there are a couple of poignant episodes in her life that I wrote about in the book. She was a remarkably well-preserved and beautiful woman as she aged, but she wasn't the Hedy Lamarr of 1941. And it was, everybody expected that, and she got tired of that. And after so many scandals and so many lawsuits, she retired from the limelight, ended her days, contrary to a lot of myths, she ended her days very wealthy and very happy living in Florida. And so Thank you people very much for coming.